Hey everybody, it is Twyla Kay and Heather Del Rosario. And we want to welcome you to our first ever Woman Up Unplugged. Today we're going to talk about collaboration versus competition.
Right.
Because, ladies, let's get real. We don't like to collaborate with our competition. And sometimes we don't even like to collaborate with people who aren't our competition because we get afraid, right? So, Heather, what are some of the things that have come up with for you because I know we've both struggled with this in the past. And
right.
So, we've come to the conclusion that this is about fear.
Yeah.
Really.
Absolutely.
So what is it that you get afraid of to collaborate?
Well, I think for myself in the past, definitely, I was afraid that I was going to lose business, right? They're going to go and like her better, so they're not going to come back to me. When in reality, it's really, it's my fear, right? The other thing,
Right.
So if I'm losing business, what else am I losing? Money, right? So
Right.
Money, credibility, those were the things that I was afraid, was going to happen to me. And so in the past, I was hesitant to really, refer or work with a competitor.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're someplace very different now, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But that's where it was with me. And you know what? I can say, I've had conversations with women in business who are friends of mine, who have said to me, well, I can't refer that person business because they're my competition. And
right.
They have the same fears, right? It all comes down to being afraid of losing business, losing money.
What is it that we always say? The power of we is so much greater than the power of me, right?
So true.
Ladies, if you don't get anything from this vlog, get the power of we is greater than the power of me.
That's where the strength comes from, right? That's where the collaboration comes from. It's that power of we, knowing that we are both, or all of us, because it could be more than one person you're collaborating with, are going to grow and learn and gain from this.
Right.
And create something so much better than we could have on our own.
Right.
Right?
Because what just dawned on to me? We're giving everybody a twofer here because we're really telling them how to conquer their fears too, right?
Right, exactly.
One of the major fears you have is the fear of loss. Well, if you think of it as, if you start shifting the way that you're thinking and actually think of it as, this is what I'm going to gain versus this is what I'm going to lose,
right,
then there's no fear to do that. There's no fear to collaborate. There's no fear to become a we instead of a me. And really it's about honoring it, isn't it? I mean, we're told all the time, serve your people. And, now we're being told, serve at even a higher level. Well, really, serving at a higher level to me is just honoring. And I would not be doing my audience or my clients or my customers or even my family a service if I were staying limited by just trying to do it all myself and holding on to everything, because where else is that showing up in our lives, right?
Exactly. I'm a huge proponent of you give and you get back more, right? And that's what collaboration is all about. You give and you give, and all of that goodness comes back to you in one way or another.
Right.
And you know what? The thing that comes back to me is about not thinking about what can I get from that other person, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
absolutely.
How can I help their audience? How can they help our audience? So that we're really, like you said, honoring our audience, right? Exactly. And giving to them maybe something that we can't provide right now, but somebody else can. And that to me is what collaboration, is all about. And that's the mindset change that we really want you to get, women out there, is that you can accomplish more with others than you can on your own. So get rid of that competition mindset. You really, if you've got that belief system in there, change your belief system, because you're not going to grow to the level that you want to if you keep those beliefs.
Absolutely.
So it's really about, finding partners and allies, finding those sisters in success. Those
our favorite term, sisters in success.
We love that term. And that is what's going to help you grow and build a business that you love and that's successful, right?
Absolutely. And think about the doors that can open from doing that, right?
Right, exactly.
And not just the doors that can open for you, but the doors that can open for them. Because really, if we are really being the people that we can be, we're thinking about others before we're ever thinking about ourselves, right? Well, we're wanting to help our sister in success,
right?
Because we understand that by helping her, it's going to come back and it's going to help us. So we never know what doors are going to be open, and what that's going to do for them, and what's that going to do for us, and at an even higher level, what is that going to do for our industry? None of us thought leaders in our thought leader industry, if Tony Robbins didn't work with Brian Tracy and Jack Canfield and Brendan Burchard, and Oprah didn't work with Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil and Rachel Ray, I mean, look at what the world would be missing.
Right, exactly.
Look at what we would all be missing, because every single one of those people have helped every single one of us in one way or another, right? We talk about live your possibility. This is what we mean by live your possibilities.
Exactly. Don't limit yourself. And that's what you're doing when you're thinking competition. You are limiting yourself and you're limiting your business.
And you're limiting the other people that you're trying to help. The very people that you say you love and want to serve and honor. No, you don't. No, you don't. Let's get real. If you did, you would open up your stage, open up your doors, and let your competition in.
Exactly.
If you were really thinking about serving your people at the highest level and honoring them. And we're going to talk more about honor in our next blog next week, right? About how to honor versus serve.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because here's the deal, right? Bottom line, we're all wired to help each other. It's what we want to do. It's why we give a homeless person that's standing in the middle curb at the stoplight that $1 bill. Don't be afraid that your competition's going to say no way. And if they do, well, guess what? They're not the type of partner you want to begin with.
Right, exactly. Because they have the same fears you have.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
They're thinking competition and collaboration. And you know what? Oh, before we go, this just popped in my head too. You don't know what opportunity you're missing for a mentorship. There are,
right?
Yeah, like when you collaborate, you are going to learn so much from that other person. And you know what? Yes. It can be a back and forth mentorship, or it could be a higher level mentorship.
Like, I think we need to give you something to do.
I agree. I was just going to say, we need to challenge them to do something that's going to take them out of their comfort zone.
Right.
And I think we need to challenge you to go out and find someone who you think is your competition and propose a collaboration and see what comes about it. And I'd love to hear your success stories. Joining WomanUP Unplugged, and we will talk to you soon.
Yes, we will. Bye, everybody.
Bye.